Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Thursday. It is Friday Eve again. We're getting ready to go into the weekend again. It's getting ready to be another Friday again, but today is Thursday. So come on and get your walk with me this morning. Get your walk on with me this morning. At least 1,000 steps as I'm walking around in the war room up here because we still have some dreary weather today in the 757. It looked like it has been raining, kind of still cold, but they say we're going to get up to 65 today. 65. Yes, Sister Posey. Good morning. Good morning. Look like they say it's gonna get into 65 because we're up and down. But y'all be careful in this weather because people are getting sick because my mom used to tell me, even when it gets warm, don't change your clothes, stay dressed like you usually would. You might be a little hot for a while, but this weather is so tricky, and we're hearing about, flus and pneumonia and all these types of things. So y'all take care of yourself. Just because it gets warm for a spell, like I said, ain't time for shorts and flip-flops. But take care of yourself. But come on and get your walk with me this morning on this Thursday, this Friday Eve. I hope y'all doing good as we're journeying to the end of another week. Well, I got a gym nugget for you this morning because yesterday I shared the gym nugget about how God thinks highly of you. And y'all remember near the end, the Lord dropped in my spirit about Gideon. Gideon was a judge, and he didn't really think of himself that well or that highly. And I want to go back to Gideon because remember yesterday, if you were with me yesterday, I told you about a little girl that I had that when I was a counselor, she was so upset because people was calling her a squirrel, and I asked her, was she a squirrel? And, she said no. And, it just changed the way she thought about herself. She thought of herself higher than a squirrel. But today, I want to share a gym nugget. And my gym nugget today is you are more with God. You are larger. You are bigger. You are more with God. Oh, my good. Good morning, Sister Carrie. I'm just going to shoot y'all up here because I appreciate y'all when y'all are up with me at 7:30ish as we do this walking 1K with Gigi. And I see more of you up there. I see at least 6. So if you're on Facebook or if you're on the YouTube channel, the Gym Nugget, just say good morning to me this morning so I know that you are out there. But I just want to share this one. You are more, because I want to stay with this theme, especially as we're going through Black History Month, that God thinks highly of you. That's the first thing. That was yesterday. But you are more. You are more with God. Now, I want to come from Judges. And this is what God told this judge named Gideon. And I want to go a little bit into Gideon as well. But the verse, let me stop here because I'm really excited about this. In Judges, the 6th chapter and the 12th verse, this is what it says. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him and said unto him, the Lord is with thee, thou mighty man of valor. You know, if you know, the Lord came to you and already identified you as a mighty person, most of us would be, man, God is calling me a mighty man of valor. But in Gideon's case, he didn't believe that. And I want to give you some background to Gideon. Israel had a history. They had a cycle. They would do good for a while, then they would disobey God and forget about him. Then the Lord would punish them by putting them into bondage or doing something. And then they cry unto the Lord, and then the Lord would send another judge. Gideon was another one of those judges. And so this 12th verse, when God approached him and said, "The Lord is with thee, thou mighty man of valor." But you know, Gideon won't feel in that. Gideon won't feel in that because right after God told him that, because the part when the Lord said, "I'm with thee," and this is what Gideon said. And Gideon said unto him, "Oh my Lord, if the Lord really be with us, why then is all this befalling us? Why is all this stuff, bad stuff going on? And where be all his miracles, which our fathers told us of? Did not the Lord bring us up from Egypt? But now the Lord has forsaken us." Gideon won't have it, "and delivered us into the hands of the Midianites." And the Lord looked upon him and said, "Go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel from the hand of the Midianites. Have not I sent thee?" But Gideon still, here it is. And he said unto him, "Oh my Lord, wherewith shall I save Israel?" Listen, "Behold, my family is poor in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house." He's saying, wait a minute, how can I rescue Israel? My tribe, my clan is the weakest in the whole tribe, Manasseh, and it was one of the smallest tribes of Israel. And I am the least, and it said, and me, I am the least in my family. But this is what the Lord, and this is the thing that got me here. And the Lord said, look, the Lord said, well, you know what? He act like he didn't even hear Gideon make all these excuses. This is what the Lord said. And the Lord said unto him, "Surely," this is it, "I will be with thee, and thou shalt smite the Midianites as one man." In other words, say, "I will be with you." That's the first thing. I'm going to be with you. And what he's saying, you're going to be more because I'm going to be with you. You are going to be larger because I'm going to be with you. And you will destroy the Midianites as if you were fighting against one man. Oh my God. He said, since I'm going to be with you, I'm going to make you larger, and you're gonna destroy Midianite. And instead of fighting army, you're gonna think you fighting one man. You're fighting one man. That's like David took down one man. That's like Goliath. But you know, the thing was, and that's exactly what God did. Because if you read the whole chapter of Judges 6, okay, so first of all, Gideon, he said he just couldn't believe it. And he tested God, and it was a couple of tests, and God passed the test. And usually God didn't do that to prove anything, but he had to prove something to Gideon, that he was who he was. But then when it came down for the battle, Gideon started with 32,000 men, and God said, "That's too many." And you know, Gideon's saying, "What? Too many?" He said, cut back, cut back. See who wants to fight, cut back. So it cut down to 10,000, went down from 32,000 to 10,000 warriors. Y'all can read the story in Judges 6. And God said, it is still too many to fight. And this time, God told him to tell those 10,000 to go down to the brook and see how that they drank water. The ones that lapped the water up like a dog, those were the one that was chosen. And the other ones, you know, they were all dainty about how they was going to drink the water. But God said, choose those 300, only 300 men to go and fight the Midianites. And Gideon was obedient, sent the other ones home. And the ones that lapped up like a dog kept the 300. And I'm going to tell you the end of the story. Gideon won the battle against the Midianites with only 300 people. See, God can use less and do more because he's with you. He makes you more because he is with you. And see, that's what we have to remember, that you know, a lot of you have referred to Grace and Twine Ministry as the big church, the little big church, because who is with us? God is with us. He has made us mightier. You know, we're reaching, I'm getting ready to make a big announcement at the end here, but he has allowed us to reach so many people, and even people are coming physically to the church. Sister Diana, let me see what you got there, girl. God will be with us always. That's right, no matter what. And when he's with us, he makes us more. He makes us larger. He makes us mightier. You know, I remember a few years ago, I can't remember if it was the 7th anniversary, the 9th anniversary, and we had invited one of the renowned ministers in the area to come help us celebrate our anniversary, which was none other than Bishop Kim W. Brown, who is now emeritus of the Mount Global Churches. But we kept saying, you know, how small we are. And he says, stop saying that you are small. You are mighty. Oh my goodness, it just encouraged my husband and I so much, because when God is with you, you are so much more. You know, Miss Sister Marcia, your husband, he says that. He said, bless the big little church. And that's what we are, because God is with us. God is with us. And I am so excited. So don't forget, if you don't remember anything else, that when God is with you, you are so much more. You are so much stronger. Now, don't despise the days of small beginnings. The word tells us that, because I have learned so many things, not just in the church life, but just in life, period, that small beginnings are just so valuable. I would not trade the small beginnings, even in my family, and even in my education and career starting out. But don't despise the day, but remember that with God, you are more, you are mighty, you are big in his eyes. Oh my goodness. I'm just excited about that. Because see, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you. I want to inspire you. I want you to know that you are so much more in the eyes of the Lord. Other people may put you down and call you small, but you are more. You are more than a conqueror through Jesus Christ. Because see, all of these things is through Jesus Christ. What does the word say? I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me and strengthens you. You are so much more with God. That's all I want to say this morning. Well, let me say this. Tomorrow, instead of walking 1K with Gigi, you need to tune in at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, because y'all know what day it is. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So I want you to tune in. Pastor, we're going to call it Valentine's Day with Pastor JG and Gigi. We're going to have tea. We're trying to stay away from the caffeine, y'all. Trying to stay from caffeine. And I even have decaffeinated tea. But anyway, we're going to be sharing, and this is going to be an opportunity for you to come in, and you can wish your special someone a happy Valentine's Day, or whatever, and heavenly Valentine's, however it is. And you know, Valentine's Day, I just think it's an opportunity for us to really show how much we love people, you know, because a lot of times we don't take that opportunity to let people know. So, because every once in a while, we need to let people know how much they mean to us and how much we love them. So Pastor and I are going to come on tomorrow morning, and we're going to have a lesson that we're going to share, even from the Word of God through this. But in the meantime, you can post your happy Valentine's, and we'll bring it up on the screen as you wish your special someone. It could be a parent, it can be a spouse, it could be that special loved one. You know, I sometimes I wish I think I did it enough, but especially my parents and my dad, and I'm gonna wish them a happy heavenly Valentine's Day because it's all about love. It's all about love. I did it while they were here, but I really cherish them and so forth. And of course, my boo, my boo, he's gonna be right there. But y'all tune in at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m., not 7:30, but 9 a.m. It's gonna be live. Okay, let's see. Sister Posey says here, the growing process has many lessons for us. God is growing our character and our strength, our self-control and discipline. Sure enough. And it starts small. It starts small, and just like a child, but starting small. And as we learn and as we grow, that's why we can't despise the days of small beginnings. That is very true. But again, remember, as I said this morning, you are more. You are more with God. You are more with God. That's like Gideon. He didn't think he was big, but he was big in God's eyes because God was with him. Oh my goodness. Now, this is the other big announcement. Oh, before I go into that, tonight is Thursday. That means that Pastor JG is coming on with Life Study. He is going to have a word that we need to apply to our everyday life, our everyday life. So tune in tonight at 7 p.m. You know, we always got something going on. This is your weekly Bible study. Now, this is the big announcement, and I got to do this here because I got to let y'all know something because we excited about this. Celebrating small beginnings, but to us, it's big. Guess what? I got it up there. It says subscribe to the Jim Nugget channel. Of course, chat and share and like. We hit it, y'all. 40,000 subscribers. Yes, because we got to go. We're going to reach that 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. But we have reached 40,000. To God be the glory. And if you're a subscriber, why don't you go ahead and support this channel? You can do it with as little as some people have donated $1 or 50 cents or $5 or $20 and so forth to the Jim Nugget channel, because that helps the channel and thus helps our ministry, Grace and Twine Ministry, because we're the small little, like Deacon said, we're the big little church on the corner there of Greenwood Drive and Deep Creek Boulevard. But we want to be your church all over the world. And again, good morning to all of the followers in Kenya and Sweden. And Namila let me know from Sweden. Sweden is still in the house. Amen. They got a different time and everything, but we appreciate you. And of course, all of you across the United States. But we reach 40,000 subscribers. To God be the glory. And again, you see up there, you can donate at the thanks, any amount that you like. Jim Gifts, that is our Cash App. And of course, GraceAndTwineMinistries.com. And don't forget, we're a Black-owned business because we're about the Father's business. We were talking about supporting Black-owned businesses, and we're going to continue to talk about that even this weekend as I come on with How Would Jesus Invest. But in any case, support the ministry, and thank y'all for subscribing. To God be the glory. 40,000 subscribers. I'm just so excited about what God is doing with this little big church, Grace and Twine Ministry. Thank all of you, those of you, our Grace and Twine Ministry family, and all of you and the partners and all of you that support Grace and Twine Ministries. We are growing. We are growing because we want to continue to encourage, inspire, and instruct you to be the best that God wants you to be, what he even intended from the very beginning of time. So y'all be good. And until next time, don't forget, tune in tomorrow at 9 a.m. With Pastor JG and I as we celebrate Valentine's Day, and we want to celebrate it with you. And you want to send out your special, let people know how much you love them as you come on tomorrow at 9 a.m. All right, that's all I got for today. I'm really excited. So don't forget, you are more with God. Remember Gideon. Take care.